Hi guys, welcome back to Tax Q&A. In today's video, I'll be answering some buzzing questions around the newly announced UPS or Unified Pension Scheme. Let's begin. You've probably heard UPS mentioned in the news or maybe even in conversations where everyone seems to have an opinion. But what exactly is it? So, UPS or Unified Pension Scheme was announced on 24th August. Fairly recent. It's a new pension plan specifically for central government employees which will be implemented from 1st April 2025. Under the scheme, they'll be receiving a fixed monthly pension upon retirement. Now, you might wonder, what makes UPS different from what's already in place? Well, currently, these people are part of the NPS or the National Pension Scheme. Here, both employees and the government contribute an amount to a shared corpus, which is a percentage of the employee's salary. This pooled fund is then invested in the financial markets. The catch? Since it's market linked, there's no guarantee on how much you'll end up with. And here's where UPS stands out. Under this new scheme, the pension isn't left to the whims of the market. It's fixed and the government guarantees it. Okay, the assured pension amount will be 50% of the average basic pay the employee has drawn over the past 12 months before retirement. However, the condition here is that the employee must have completed 25 years of service. This doesn't mean folks who have worked less won't get anything. You will get the pension, but in this case, the amount will be calculated on a pro rata basis, which basically means it will be proportional to the years you've worked for. There's also a minimum limit of Rs 10,000 for anyone who has worked for at least 10 years. As a cherry on top, you also get a one-time lump sum amount on retirement. This amount is 1/10 of the last drawn monthly pay of every 6 months of completed service. Yes, your pension will keep up with inflation. So there's something called DR or dearness relief, which is granted to pensioners to help offset the impact of inflation on their pensions. These DR rates are updated twice a year and the pension amount is adjusted accordingly. No, this scheme is only for central government employees. It is also proposed to the state governments and they have a choice to adopt it. Some states even started to. The first one in line was the Maharashtra government. But nothing changes for the private sector employees. They do contribute towards your pension fund, but not entirely. See, the employee has to contribute 10% of their salary towards the scheme, whereas the government contributes 18.5% of the employee's salary from their end. Earlier in NPS as well, the same structure was followed. However, the government contribution was 14%, which has now increased in UPS. This fund is then used to pay your pension. And if the funds aren't sufficient, the government will chip in to make sure you get the assured amount. Okay, earlier we also had the old pension scheme which works similarly. Back then, things were pretty straightforward. Government employees got a fixed pension equal to 50% of their last drawn salary. But a major difference was that they didn't have to contribute a single rupee. The entire pension was funded by the government and it even got adjusted for inflation. But of course, this started to become an increasing expense for the government and for this very reason it was discontinued in 2004 with the introduction of NPS. The UPS kind of tries to combine the goods of both NPS and OPS. It's contributory in nature, just like NPS, and also assures a fixed amount, which was the case with OPS. This will be a question in most of the people's minds, especially since the government is giving its employees a one-time choice to pick between UPS and NPS. See, both the schemes have their pros and cons. If you're someone for whom predictability and security is a must, UPS could be the better choice. You get fixed monthly pension, it also gets revised based on the inflation rates, chill and stress-free retirement. But if you've got a higher risk appetite and you're okay with riding the ups and downs of the market, the NPS might offer you a better return. So if you're not retiring anytime soon, you should evaluate this option as well. But that's just one side of the story, the employee side. Let's talk about the government's perspective. Under UPS, the government has upped its contribution to 18.5% from 14% in NPS. This additional 4.5% is a fixed cost they'll bear every year. Plus, since the pension is assured under UPS, if an employee's retirement corpus isn't enough to cover their pension for years, the government has to make up for the difference. Some reports mention that this cost will add up to Rs 6,250 crores in government's expenses every year. And today, where the government needs more funds to reduce their debts, such fixed costs are a hurdle. They again have to then look at how to increase their revenue, and one way to do so is, of course, taxes, isn't it? I'll leave you all with that thought, and you can comment down your views. And I guess that's all for this video. If Google search is too much work for you, Quora is full of opinions, then you should check out Tax Q&A, where you can toss questions and our tax experts give quality answers. And hey, don't forget to like and subscribe so you do not miss out on what's coming next. Catch you in the next one. This will be a question. Such fixed costs. ऐसे आ रहा है. I'm lisping a bit. Fixed costs are a hurdle. Just a kid. I'm just a kid. वो रील वाला गाना है ना.